The biggest mistake you can make with money is believing that thinking like the rich is enough. The truth is this: thinking rich without acting rich is the fastest way to stay broke forever. Welcome to Cash and Consequences. If you're new here, I'm Franklin, entrepreneur, consultant, and advisor for over 15 years. I've managed businesses, advised clients worth millions, and I've seen one thing over and over again: people who think they understand wealth but whose bank accounts tell another story. So before we dive in, subscribe now and join the people who refuse to be fooled about money ever again. And for those who already subscribed, thank you. It's your support that allows me to share these truths every week. People love to say, "I think like a millionaire." They repeat motivational quotes, visualize expensive cars, even talk like they're wealthy. But here's the consequence: if your actions don't follow, all that thinking is just fantasy. Take the example of lottery winners. Many of them suddenly have millions, and guess what? Within 5 years, most are broke again. Why? Because even though they had the money, their actions still reflected a broke mindset. I once advised a client in France who was obsessed with the idea of thinking rich. He dressed the part, he networked, he talked about wealth all day, but he spent every euro he made on image, not on assets. After 3 years, he was worse off than before. Here's the truth: rich people don't just think. They structure their lives differently. They invest, they track, they cut unnecessary spending, they manage consequences. Another danger of thinking rich is false confidence. People assume if they believe in success, success will appear. But belief without execution creates disaster. Look at celebrities who burn through fortunes. Mike Tyson earned over $300 million in his boxing career and went bankrupt. Why? Because his confidence made him believe the money would never stop flowing. Thinking he was invincible blinded him to reality. In Canada, I had a young entrepreneur friend who told me, "Franklin, I think rich, so I can't fail." He launched a business with no plan, no research, just rich energy. Within 18 months, he had debt collectors at his door. Confidence alone won't save you. True wealth requires humility. The rich aren't just confident, they're cautious. They ask, what could go wrong? And they plan for consequences. Here's where rich thinkers really trap themselves. They chase the lifestyle before the assets. They want the luxury car, the designer clothes, the exotic vacations, but they don't have the cash flow to sustain it. I know a businessman in the United States who bought a Lamborghini the moment his startup raised funding. He thought it was proof of being rich. But when investors pulled out, he had no safety net, just a car payment that crushed him. Compare that with Warren Buffett, one of the richest men on earth. He still lives in the same modest house he bought decades ago. He focuses on assets before image. That's why he stays wealthy while rich thinkers go broke. My advice is simple. If you want the rich lifestyle, build assets that pay for it first. If your investments can't cover it, you're not ready yet. Here's the ultimate truth: real wealth comes from discipline, not fantasy. Rich people do think differently, but their thinking always leads to specific actions. They track every dollar. They invest early and consistently. They say no to things that destroy wealth. They understand that money is a tool, and misuse has consequences. That's why most people stay broke. They imitate the surface behaviors of wealth without adopting the discipline behind it. The rich are obsessed with consequences. They know one bad decision can destroy years of progress. That's what makes them different. So, if you've listened until now, let me congratulate you. You're not just here for entertainment. You're here for truth. Don't just think rich. Act rich in discipline, investment, and decision-making. That's how you build wealth that lasts. On this channel, Cash and Consequences, I bring you weekly lessons, millionaire stories, and financial truths that most people never hear. If you're subscribed, you already know I answer my subscribers first in the comments, so hit subscribe and turn on that bell right now. Because in the next video, I'll reveal another secret about money that could save or even make you a fortune. This is Franklin, and remember, money is not just cash, it's consequences.